Here we go, y'all.
S1.
Oh, we gotta listen to
And that
Jamie.
race under the lights at the World Center of Racing. We can't wait to get started. And all this
It's Heim time. Let's go, baby. Clocks in the chat. It's Heim time.
Live chat, public on. Alrighty, we are ready to go, I think. Let's go back to the thing and make sure. Yep, we've got good sound. We've got great sound. We have great sound. But, nonetheless, we are ready to roll. Alright, let's go. My door's open. I have to shut that. Oops. Oops. Alright, where's my YouTube chat? Where's my YouTube? There's YouTube. Welcome in, YouTube. Starting to get things rolling. Let's go. Daytona time. I gotta shut the door. Yoink. I yoinked the door. The door has been yoinked. Oh, my stream's pretty live too. Usually I'm behind, but I am pretty close to live. Like usually this thing is a little off, but not bad at all right now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm only about 3 to 4 seconds delayed. That's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, welcome in, everybody. It is time to go Truck Series racing. I've got all the trucks out in front here. I'm going to keep redecorating this desk every single time we have a race, so it'll be kind of fun. But yeah, my favorite right here. That's one I got to see race and win last year. Not last year, 2 years ago already. Holy smokes. But Zane Smith, so I've got that one tucked in the do not sell list. The rest of them up for grabs. Have at it, boys and girls. Mountain Dew, dusty. Gotta get the dust off. All right, but anyway, guys, hop on into the live chat. Let me know you're here. We're gonna go ahead and start with let's get a poll going. Start Q&A. No, we'll do a poll. I don't know how Q&As work. I don't want to do that. Start a poll. Greenfield, Honeycutt, Dawson Sutton. We'll go with a first time winner tonight. First time winner tonight. Yes, no. Start the poll. First time winner tonight? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, that's right. I need to share that we're live. And I need to turn my ringer off because my phone's on loud. Yoink. Wait, what? Okay, I'm not sure why I was connected to that. How do I share my YouTube stream with all the friends in the world? Hey, there it is. I found myself. I'm watching myself on YouTube. This is like fourth dimensional craziness right here. I gotta show you this. This is cool. I can chat from my phone. Watch this. Hi, me. I'm over there. Alright, share, copy the link. Now we'll take it to YouTube and probably also to Twitter. We'll do both. Whoops. Nope, sorry. Nope, why am I on eBay? It knows I want to buy more cars, but I shouldn't. It's bad for me. I don't want to short. Oh, nope. Nope. Post. There we go. Post. All right. Are we going green this time? Yes. It looks like the lights are out, so we should be going green this time. Bye. Let's go. So we got that done. What else do I need to do? I need to go and Twitter. That's where I need to go. I need to go to Twitter. The tweet machine. All right, not quite ready to go yet. There we go. All right, we are live. All right, ladies and gents, they are coming in. The pace truck is in. We are ready to go. On the front row, Majeski and Rhodes. Wow, Rhodes got a great start. Was he on the pole? Yes, he is. Okay, Rhodes was outside pole, so he got a great jump. He's already down in front of Majeski. So that looks planned. The only ones I'm surprised, I want to see what Greenfield does in the 95 in 7th. Chandler Smith in the 38, not to be confused with Zane Smith, but Chandler Smith in the 38. Dawson Sutton in the 26, so there's a couple trucks I would, worth paying attention to up at the front just to see what they do early on. But we'll see. Oh boy, the pushing is already rolling. Not bad though. They're minding their P's and Q's. Also a reminder, Daniel Hemrick is back in the Truck Series in the 19. He's running 13th currently. According to that, is my chat up to date? It is. There we go. All right. All right, Rhodes will lead lap 1, but Enfinger's going to the bottom. He's going to go for the lead. So we've got Rhodes. Ooh, whoa. Who just pulled way off? Greenfield pulled all the way to the inside. He did get out of the way. I don't know what that was. He was all the way down in the dirt, in the dust and dirt. But he does keep moving. I hope he doesn't have too much damage. Great qualifying effort for that 95. We'll see if he is able to get that thing back up to pace, because he's unfortunately going to lose the draft for sure. So out front, we got Ben Rhodes, Chandler Smith, Grant Enfinger, Caden Honeycutt, and Ty Majeski in the top 5. Whoa! Chandler's getting a little feisty up there. Kind of shot back and forth between two lanes. A little aggressive for lap 3. It's early, but I gotta see when. Do we have stages? We should have stages. I don't know when they are. I'm guessing it's 20, and 60 maybe? Maybe 25, 50, something like that. Oh, wow, they're pushing hard. It's lap 3, guys. Relax. We're fine. We don't need to go wreck yet. There's a lot of names I don't recognize in this series right now. I'm going through the running order, and Connor Mozak, I know I recognize that one. Let's see what happened here with Greenfield. Was that just a push gone wrong, maybe? Oh yeah, push gone wrong from Crafton. He did a great job just kind of cutting the speed, making sure that he got it back up and running and not crashing it out. But holy moly. This truck pack's a bit aggressive. It's lap 4, and I'm seeing a lot of wiggling and shuffling going around. I mean, if they can make it work, let's roll. Oh, Honey cut to the bottom. And Rhodes almost pulled the block, but didn't quite let it stick. Now Honeycutt back to the bottom. It's going to be Chandler Smith pushing him. Oh, and Honeycutt's around! Save it! Save it! No! He's going to hit the wall. Crunch. He's wrecked. Honeycutt got tagged just... Oh, man, it's so early for that, man. It's lap 5. Why are we pushing in the middle of the corner? Oh, man. That sucks. Caden had a good truck tonight. That is a shame. Okay, he's trying to turn and the truck just parked in front of him. Man, that stinks. He had a good run going already. It's like coming out of the corner. I mean, it's too early. You can't bump right there. They're not out of the corner yet. Come on. Gotta be smarter than that. That stinks. So Caden Honeycutt crashes out of the lead on lap 5. So we're off to a strong start. Oh, man. Not sure if that's a sign. Maybe it's time to stay a little slower. That was early. Man, I don't know a bunch of you guys who work on the I know a bunch of the guys who work on the 45. Man, that stinks. They had speed, they were quick, and just it's too early. I mean, I don't think Caden really did anything that wrong. He took the lead, but man, just too early in the corner to push, and definitely too early in the race to be pushing that hard. Man. The 45 team, I mean, Ross Chastain ran for that team. Brett Moffitt ran for that team for a little bit. Like, I like that 45 team. Bummer, man. That's a bumper way to start the race thus far, I'll tell you that much. I have an idea. I think I can make this work. Ow. Stubbed my toe. Let's try something. Let's have a little fun, shall we? Oh, excuse me. Oh, there we go. Hello. Yeah. Webcam. Sweet. All right, we're going to try something. I think I can get my webcam turned on with my GoPro. And I might try to do some fun stuff with this. What is this? Oh, snap. I don't want to do that. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Yep, whoops, we need to cancel that. We need to take this, move it right down here where it belongs. There we go. Now we don't lose our scoring pylon. There it is. That's the one I need. And turn that on. We're going to move it up here. Hey, look at that. My GoPro is here. Sweet. If I had a little better lighting, I could literally be showing off a diecast back here. Look at this. Well, let's get Ryan Blaney's number 12. It's not focusing all that well, though. I wonder if it needs more light. It might just need some light. Kind of blurry. Yeah, it's a little blurry, man. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just can't transmit fast enough. I'm not sure. Huh. So they're showing a replay right now. I'm going to put this down up in the corner. I'm going to play with this for a little bit. We're going to keep that up there. Because I can literally turn it back. I can turn it up, make it look up at the. I can make it look up at all the diecasts up there. Look at the wall. Oh, that gets to come out of the box for tomorrow's race. That's Chase Elliott's 2016 Daytona win. That's been in the box for some storage, but I got some of my favorites out here. Look at that. I can like show them off. Is it any clearer now, or is it still pretty blurry? I guess it's hard to tell because I have it zoomed out quite a bit. Let me see what the resolution on that is. Properties. Resolution. Can I make it better? No, I can only go full 80. Or full HD. So that's alright. But let's see. So they're towing the truck back. Not really seeing much else right now. Let's see if I can get a better focus off of this thing. Is it blurry on your guys' end too? Let me know if it's blurry. Try and zoom it in there. It's not as bad with these if I'm too close. Huh. Seems just a smidge blurry. I think light does help it a little bit. But it does seem a tad blurry. Alright, we can turn that off. So, played with it for a little bit. We're still under caution, so we're not missing anything right now. Doesn't look blurry? A little blurry. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. Yeah, I was going to say Cars Born 95. This was a bit early for my taste to be racing that hard. Just, there's so much racing to go. It was like, I almost was debating if it made more sense to bail out of the pack. I mean, you want your stage points, but fan rewards, I've never even been able to use them, so I've just kind of figured it was NASCAR's attempt to do something, but, you know, half done, so it's never going to work right. Hopefully the races don't turn into a wreck fest. I agree, Paul. The thing is, I think the biggest thing is, and this is, if you're ever on hold with NASCAR, because we had, one of my siblings tried to get season tickets to a race for me for my birthday, and they were on hold. And their hold thing is an advertisement to buy tickets to the 65th Daytona 500. One, the race was sold out this year. And two, the 65th running was 2023. So their hold music is still an advertisement to buy tickets to a race that was 2 years ago. Pick up the pace, guys. You're a big organization. That's kind of not a great look. Harvick Darlington win. Oh, yes, I do remember shipping that, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that one was a little tough to let go. If I didn't have the Homestead win back here, I probably would not have wanted to let it go. But I have way too many cars. I am so glad to get some of these moving and some of these moving, and just, I'm in an apartment now, and it is so small, and so I just need less. They expect you to time travel to go back to watch one of the most mid Daytona 500s in the last 10 years. Like, 2023 was so mid. Now, there were some great moments, and that could have been a great Daytona 500, but I will argue to the death that the Green White Checker made that one an awful Daytona 500. Like, I remember being in the stands, man, in 2023, 3-4 laps to go. We were sitting up there, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, leading the race for like 15 laps, just down the backstretch, lap after lap, lap after lap. 3 or 4 to go, all of a sudden, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, the Childress cars jump to the outside, go past both of them, and clear for the lead. And I kid you not, the entire grandstand stood up. And the reason I know that is the grandstand will move. When everyone stands up in unison, the whole grandstand like rocks. It's weird. But man, I remember that moment in my, like, that is a core memory stored in my bank. Even though Kyle Busch didn't win the race. Nobody did. Everybody up there crashed, and Ricky Stenhouse came from somewhere to win that race. But man, I'm telling you, that moment when that happened is like, that's stored. That was an electric moment where the whole speedway, the whole grandstand kind of went in unison like, oh, it's on. And man, that I would soak that moment up again if I could. That was such a cool moment. But yeah, then the race ends under caution way down in turn 1. None of us even know what's going on. The race just kind of, they go past us, at half speed, and Stenhouse starts doing burnout, so it's like, okay, I guess he won. We didn't see it because, the fans are a mile away. So, I don't know. Yeah, I would agree. 2023 was pretty forgettable. There wasn't much. Dude, 2024, though? Oh, man. I mean, where do we begin? Let's start with this race right here. Darlington? Oh, all-time. Like, that's a classic race. That was good. Talladega was okay. This one okay. Atlanta? Chef's kiss. I mean, 3 wide finish at Atlanta. Like, give me a break. That was great. Martinsville's okay. Daytona 500 was okay. Coda was mid. I mean, all the Byron wins are mid. I mean, I obviously as an Elliott fan, him getting Texas was kind of fun. But then you go to Kansas, which hasn't even come out yet. I'm waiting for the Kansas card. But Kansas, I was at that race. That is an unforgettable race. Kansas was incredible. Iowa Speedway, I know it was a long run to the finish, but that whole night was just magic. I loved the Iowa Speedway. So that was good. And yeah, it's great. You had some of the best of NASCAR and worst. Dude, 2023 was a lot of the worst. Not a lot of good stuff. Doing my part, you bet, Nick. Enjoy it, man. That's a cool car. Like I said, I ain't going to get that car at any point. I know this group back here, it's trimming down piece by piece. I've got a whole bunch of really cool cars that should be in these cases, and I don't have room for them. Like old Gen 4 cars that I would love to have out on display. But for now, we'll keep it where it's at. So meanwhile, we're finally back from caution and commercial. It's only been like 2 laps, but these take so long. It's like every caution is like 15 to 20 minutes in this rate. So they're just now coming back to green. I'm a little delayed from you guys, but as soon as they get there, it'll be there. But yes, now they're in the restart zone, so we are back to green with Sauter and Rhodes on the front row, and we are finally racing again. Who's that? Tanner Gray is on the bottom, so Tanner Gray is going to be on the bottom. Getting pushed by Perez, I believe, one of the Spire trucks. Paul says that he's got a diecast from 2007 that came with a car cover. Never seen that before. Yeah, the COTs came with car covers, which was really kind of cool. I don't know if I have any car covers. Do I? No, I just have these cloths, I think. Oh wait, is that what this is? I do. Speak of the devil, I got a car cover right here. I think. Let's see what happens if I pop it all open. Yeah. Yeah, just like this, car cover. But yeah, it's for the COT. Do I have a COT? I do have a COT. We're putting the car cover on now. Now that Paul said it, we got to. Meanwhile, the racing is still going on. It's Rhodes and Gray up front, side by side. A lot of pushing out of the ThorSport truck still. Whew, tight. So it looks like Rhodes will clear, but it's still 2x2 all the way back. Come here, Casey Kane. We're going to put a car cover on you. I'm just an adult playing with his toy race cars. That's what I am. Wait, is that the front? Oh, this is the back. There we go. Gotta be careful though. I don't wanna get the wing caught on anything. That dual wind is pretty cool. The first dual wind I got, the ARC version, I caught while I was in college. Ooh, Tanner Gray real loose in the corner there. Looks like he got it straightened out. That was close. Oh, there we go. There we go. Meanwhile, Johnny Sauter running in the 66. I don't know if he's full-time or part-time this year. Still 2x2 all the way back. Tanner Gray almost clear. Hey, look at that, guys. Got the car cover on. Now I'm just going to stick it right back on its thing. And then, when people come in later, we're going to do a trivia question on what's under the car cover. You guys got a sneak peek, so you'll know. All right, so Tanner Gray on the bottom, Ben Rhodes up top. We've still got Perez in third and Enfinger in fourth. Or I guess no, it's actually Sauter in fourth. Then that's row 3 behind him with Hyman and Enfinger. Looks like Matt Crafton just kind of riding in the back. Probably a good, safe spot to be. Still a lot of competitive trucks towards the front. Michael McDowell's in 16th. I don't know, a lot of people knew he was in this race. But yes, Michael McDowell and Justin Haley, I believe, are both in this race. I believe Spire has 4 trucks tonight. So Crafton, I think, might just be taking it easy. I don't know. He's way back there now. Oh, wow. A lot of shoving and pushing going up front there. They're still 2x2. Yike, yike, yike. That is tight. Jamie Little seems to be doing a bit better. I mean, that's good to hear because, yeah, it was bad last year. It was almost bad enough I would have been like, time to go back to ARCA for a little bit till we get some better experience. But I'm glad she's doing a little better, maybe a little more comfortable. Play-by-play is tough. You got to have a good feel for what the broadcast needs in a play-by-play spot. And I'll be honest, Mike Joy has sort of lost the fastball a little in that spot too. For multiple reasons. I don't think he feeds off of Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer the same way he fed off of Darrell Waltrip and Larry Mack. I think Larry Mack is a big integral part of Mike Joy's booth because you look at the good or memorable calls from Mike Joy, and almost all of them have Larry Mack in them. And I think they just fed off each other really, really well. So Enfinger goes to the lead after all the pushing and shoving is done. Rhodes was trying to put up. There goes somebody. Who is that? Oh, don't hit it, don't hit it, don't hit it. Gun it up. Oh, the 5. It's Tony. Tony Breidinger, I think is her name. So she's going to hit the door. Got left side damage. It was pretty light, but the nose is crooked, so I'm not sure how bad the damage is. If it's just flat left side tires or if it's actually really dinged. They're not showing. Okay, zooming in more. Why don't we? Let's see if we can get a shot of the left side, please. Fox, can we see the left side? I'd like to see if the left side is okay. All right, so drafting back in the pack with number 17. Who is 17? I don't know who 17 is. Just another one in the wrong spot. Man, that's a wrong spot to push. Right there, if she had let the clutch go, right there, she probably doesn't hit the wall on the inside. It's tough, though, because you're literally spinning, and it's hard to kind of register when to do that. See, actually, this might be an angle where we can see how bad the contact is. The fender's caved in on the left side a little bit, and we'll see if the toe is knocked out. But otherwise, it's not terrible. It's salvageable. Tony's the next Danica. Dude, put some respect on Danica's name, because that, although she was put way beyond her league, she should have been in Xfinity, most likely, is where she should have stayed. Danica Patrick, it looks better and better every day. And here's why. She did not race in this era of everyone being so close together. She raced in the high horsepower days. She raced in the 950 horsepower days. And so, yeah, she has her moments, don't get me wrong. She has her days. However, she was wheeling a 950 horsepower stock car, and yeah, didn't have crazy great results. Never nothing to like make a champion thing out of, but like still pretty impressive. Like it was not something where you would compare it to someone else and be like, oh yeah, no, she's totally like just like Tony Stewart. Like no, but that being said, like there's been some guys in the Cup Series who have looked worse. I mean, I'm willing to say that like she's pretty cool. Danica did say some comments about Martin Truex Jr. after Sherry Strong passed away. I wasn't holding a grudge against. Oh, yeah. No, I can't talk about the Twitter days. Anything that happens on Twitter, yeah, count me out. I don't want anything to do with that. She's, how do you put it? She's opinionated. She's got a lot of opinions. And she ain't afraid to speak them, I'll give her that. She's confident, but sometimes it's kind of like, just do yourself the favor. Like, in that situation. Like, well, you're not doing any good, so shut up. There's points where your opinion's wanted and others where it's not. That was one where it's not. All right, looks like Michael McDowell's coming in with Parker Kligerman at the moment. All right, so we are 18 laps in, 3 to go in the stage. I'm guessing they're going to do like a 1 or 2 lap restart, so we'll see how that goes. I can't imagine that's going to finish green. But with 3 to go in the stage, they will probably go back to green with 1 to go, I'd imagine. Oh, gosh. That means we have another caution coming, like, right after we get back. Ugh. This may be the only Truck Series race I stream this year. I'm not going to lie. It's Daytona. Daytona's always cool. No, this might be the only one. I was trying to be nice, but there's literally no other races on the Truck Series schedule that have me intrigued. And I'll be honest, I don't even care about the Truck Series. All the drivers I liked, the Brett Moffats, the Noah Gregsons, the, even the Zane Smiths of the world, like, they all moved on. And there's the staples of the Truck Series right now, the Ben Rhodes, the Matt Craftons, the Ty Majeski. Ty Majeski's fine. There's nothing wrong with Ty Majeski, but it's just like I don't have any rooting interest out of the Truck Series right now. There's just none. There's nothing in the Truck Series that makes me want to watch. There's no driver that makes me tune in. Unless Chase is running, because I'm a Chase fan. Noah's running, I'm a Noah fan. Brett Moffat's running, I'm a Moffat fan. But, Kyle Busch ain't running. Kevin Harvick used to run them. Like, just there's nobody in this truck field that I, want to watch. I mean, I'll watch the Kansas race when I'm there live. I'll go. But I'm not going to lie, I have no clue who I'm going to watch for. It's kind of a meh. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe Raja. I like Raja. He's pretty cool. There's really no one else. Like, I really don't give a crap about the Truck Series. That's how bad it's gotten. It's really too bad because when they turned it into a developmental series, you really do lose the personality. I'll argue to this day, the best Xfinity season we've seen in a long, long time was 2022. Because you have Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson, and AJ Allmendinger slinging it out for wins every week, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Ty Gibbs would get his nose into things, and he'd get people mad at him. Noah Gragson would get people mad at him. AJ was always aggressive and entertaining. And AJ's a guy I've always rooted for, all the way back to his early years. And, man, I gotta look who's in the Xfinity entry list this year, but I don't even know that I have that much in Xfinity that I care about. Just there's a lack of personality, but also just a lack of drivers. Like, these guys are in and out so quickly. It's like, what am I watching for? Let's see, where's Xfinity practice? I want to see if I can get some results. Can I see the entry list at least? Results. Can I look at the entry list? What can I look at? Give me something. Schedule, Daytona. Can't really find anything. Ugh, good grief. Is there thing like is the NASCAR app broken? It probably is. Yeah, I can't find anything. I'll find it somewhere though. 2021 Xfinity was pretty good. Yes, 2021 was good. The problem with 2021 was you had a kind of dull midsection of the season. So 2021, I think Noah won some races late in the year, but was competitive. There were some different races there where you had Heartbreak at Homestead and some stuff like that. But like thinking through 2021, that was the year Cindric won at Daytona, which was okay. AJ won a few races that were okay. I mean, 2021, at least you had the Cindric Briscoe thing going, I think. No, Briscoe was in Cup by then. Was it Custer that was back down? No, Custer was there too. I don't remember who it was. But I think 2022 was still a sizable chunk higher. Coming back to green, by the way, they will literally restart probably at 2 to go, I think. So it'll be 2 to go, 1 to go, and then checker. So it's a green-white checker to the end of the stage, so buckle up. Under over on a caution's probably nothing. That Bristol finish was incredible. That was Yes, that was 2021. I was at that one. I had totally forgot. I was trying to remember which Bristol race I saw because I knew there was a good finish in there. And I think Kansas was okay too, but no, Kansas was a little dull. I think that was John Hunter that won that one. I don't remember there being anything super crazy with that. Yeah, that Bristol finish was great though. That was good. The championship battle was pretty fun. But that Phoenix race was okay. But yeah, I think overall season, start to finish, 2022 clears. Just, again, the races that they won, too. Like, that Pocono duel between Noah and Ty Gibbs was awesome. The duel, even in the championship race between Gibbs and... Oh, it was only one lap. All right, well, there you go. There's your one lap. They didn't crash. Good on them. Who got shuffled through the middle at the end? Was that Perez? I think it was. But yeah, 2022, you have, you know, I think Jeb Burton won Talladega in the spring in a crazy race. And then you had, obviously Noah won 8 races. AJ won 5. Ty Gibbs won 5. So you had like a good balance of winning between all those guys. And then you had Josh Berry get a couple wins. You had, you know, Justin Allgaier got a couple wins. I don't remember if the 19 got him. I think Darlington was really cool that year too. I could be wrong, but I think the Darlington spring race, was it Hamlin and Chastain crashed each other? It was great though. They had the 2022 Darlington finish with Noah winning when it was Creed and that was the other thing. 2022 you had Creed not getting any wins, like just being so close. Like there were just so many good storylines following week in, week out with the Xfinity Series in 2022. That was a really good season. So yeah, that's probably my favorite Xfinity season because I remember every week I'm like, I don't know where Xfinity's at. I'm watching. I gotta see that. That was good racing. But yeah, 2022 Xfinity, that would be one of my favorites. Same with 2018 trucks. You had Noah, you had Brett. Obviously, those are guys I'm interested in. But you also had just Johnny Sauter was still full-time and kind of like the king of the series at the time. Ben Rhodes wasn't as established, so he was still fairly raw. So I thought that like that season in 2019 was pretty fun. But the truck series, especially since they lost two years or so, they just got so bad. I mean, they were just ramming into each other, sloppy. And Carson Hocevar looked fun, but there were some races where you're just like, oh, dude, don't show me that. Carson looked terrible. So, yeah, it's a mix. I was a little shocked they didn't crash until I realized it was only one lap. If they had one more lap, I think they would have crashed. Rockingham, Lime Rock Park. I'm going to watch for sure. I'll watch those races, but I don't think I'm going to stream them like this. I will stream Rockingham Xfinity because the GOAT, my GOAT, is back. Casey Kane will be back behind the wheel of the Childress 33. So very, very excited for that because I about fell out of my seat. It was like, I've had some good Casey Kane Fridays, but that was a good one. That was a really good one. I don't know why I have a gap up there. There's a weird gap between 3 and 4, like 3rd and 4th place. Let me try refreshing the page. Did it fix it? Oh my gosh, no. No, it's still there. I don't know. I don't know why there's a gap in there between 3rd and 4th. I can't tell you. I don't know what's going on with that. There we go. Yes, it was Casey. They announced it on Casey Kane Friday, so that was why it was also super exciting. I was just like, no way. Because I saw the meme pop up, so of course I had to, enjoy that. And then, then that announcement. So he was also on Dale Jr. Download recently, so I had to watch that, and it was Like, it was like it was like cool, because on one hand it's like haven't heard anything from him really on the media side in a while, and then also hearing about the, you know, concussions and things that he didn't really think about, and, you know, realizing like, yeah, I you know, went and saw a concussion specialist and just that kind of stuff. So let's see here. Okay, that's that. Has been listed. Wait, listed? For what? Let's go here, here, here. Okay. I did just buy this is my Friday hat today. Oh, dude, I need to get me some more Casey Kane merch, because I'm wearing one. Where is it? Is it this side? Yeah, it's this side right here. Wearing my Casey Kane hat. What's on the back again? There it is. $9.49 is what's on the back. So, flipped inside out. It's a little snug. I need to stretch this one out a little bit more. It's still like tight, but need to have it for a sprint car season. There we go. There we go. Clear. All right, and I can't wait to show you guys, but on Sunday, a whole boatload of cars are going live on the eBay page. So we got a bunch. A lot of the Daytona cars are going to be on there, like the Daytona Duels, and some of these are going to be on there as well. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun week with all the Daytona stuff. So we'll see how much of that moves, and I get to ship it out instead of having to put it back in storage. But yeah. It's going to be fun. I unfortunately won't get to stream the week after. So I wanted to stream all the Cup races this year, as many as I could. I already know there's a couple I'm going to miss because I'll be at them. But also, I got to look here. Schedule, Cup Series, Atlanta. So I don't get to stream Atlanta, unfortunately. I will be out of town for that. I will be back for COTA on March 2nd. I'll be around for Phoenix, Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville. I'm not sure if I'll be back or not. Martinsville's tricky. We'll see if I'm back for that one or not. Darlington, Bristol, Talladega, Texas, Kansas is May 11th. Okay. Okay. So I don't have a race until May 11th this year? That's so late. I got a couple races on the list. Unfortunately, a lot of them are at the same dang time, because Kansas and Bristol and Worldwide Technology are all right next to each other. Ooh. Hood was up on the 99 at Ben Rhodes. Not sure if they had an issue on that. Huh. I think they were maybe just doing that, doing an adjustment, but yeah, that's not great. But yeah, at the end of the season, Kansas, Bristol, and Gateway are all within 4 weeks of each other. And Gateway's only 3 hours away now, so I'm probably going to do Gateway, Bristol, and then I get 1 week off, and then I go to Kansas. So I might do one other race at some point this year, but the problem is even Kansas, the tough part is it's the middle of a round. So the round starts at New Hampshire and then goes to Kansas, and then goes to Charlotte for the road course. And then it's Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville. Vegas would be the only one I would consider, but I would have just done 3 races in 4 weeks. So I think I'm going to find one earlier, because the other one is August 3rd. So I have four races at the back half of the schedule. So I need to find something at the front of the schedule to go to. I'm not sure where I'm going to go, though. Darlington in April would be neat, but I don't know if that's really on my want list. Vegas on March 16th might be an option. I might go to Vegas in a month. We'll see. See what the tickets look like and flights and things like that. Because I can get in and out of Vegas pretty cheap. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, no, dude, this is truck racing. I have yet to watch much of it because we're still just kind of waiting because it's just, like you said, one truck, 15-minute break. One truck spin, 15-minute break. Literally 2-lap race to the finish, 15-minute break. Like, can we move the show along? This race does not need to be long. It can be, you know, I know they like the commercials and the advertisements, but, like, people lose track. Imagine football having, like, 5 halftimes. There's a lot of people who stop watching at halftime. They watch the first or second half because they're like, there's too much else going on. I don't want to watch. Well, it'd probably help if you didn't have this many long breaks in the race. That might give you a hand. Who's in the 91? Jack Wood? Yeah, Jack Wood's in that one. All right, back to green we go. It's Justin Haley and Daniel Hemrick on the front row. A couple of former colleague guys. See, I'm going to go to CaseyCaneRacing.com and see if I can find me some cool stuff. Actually, if you guys haven't looked at the cars for this year, Brad Sweet's running a white 49 car, so it looks pretty cool. And Kane's is going to be black, and it has HendrickCars.com on it, which is pretty cool. All right, so on the track right now, we've still got 2x2. Haley on the bottom, Hemrick up top. We've got the 13 of Garcia and Wood doing the pushing for those two. And behind them, Swalwich and Ankrum. Oh, careful. Enfinger and Klickerman just went to the top. Careful. There we go. That's a good push. That's a great push. Watch this top lane. They're going to go all the way to the front right here. Holy moly. Parker Klickerman around the outside. 3 wide with a push from Grant Enfinger. And that top lane is moving. They got 3 good trucks up there, though. You had Klickerman, Enfinger, and Rhodes, and they're going to get the lead down here. Then nobody else is hooked up quite like that top lane is, and they are gone. Oh, careful, just don't spin him. So Parker Klickerman to the lead with a lot of help from Grant Enfinger. They go to the front 2 spots. Now we got, Rhodes and Enfinger getting a little squirrely in turn 1 and 2. Enfinger just ran up on him so hard he didn't have a lot of options of where to go. Meanwhile, we've got Haley to the bottom, right behind Klickerman. I don't know if he's satisfied to sit there or not. 3 wide to head down the backstretch. Oh, it's not there, Klickerman. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Enfinger drops low because he was not going to be able to put that block on. Whew, that's good. So Enfinger goes back to the lead. Now it's going to be Klickerman up top with help from Rhodes. Meanwhile, Justin Haley has been pushed into the middle, and he has fallen back quite a bit. Enfinger back up to the top to block. So right now it's going to be Enfinger right ahead of Klickerman on top. Bottom lane is headed up by Garcia, about 2 car lengths back. And now Haley in the middle, 3 car lengths back. So the top 3 are clear. So the top 3 of Enfinger, Klickerman, and Rhodes are clear. Rhodes now dips to the bottom. He's going to go to the bottom of Klickerman. And then you'll have Enfinger pull the block there. So now the pusher behind Klickerman is Matt Crafton. Crafton with a big push to Klickerman. What's he going to do? He might just roll in line as Enfinger goes up to block. Rhodes now going to run the bottom. Yeah, he's on the bottom side by side with Klickerman. Now he's up to the inside of Grant Enfinger. As they come up out of the corner, they're going to be side by side. However, the top lane is going to have all the momentum. So I imagine that that top lane is going to get back to clear again. So right now it's Infinger, and then it's Kligerman and Rhodes side by side behind that. Then it's 3 wide all the way back with Crafton, Garcia, and Haley. Yeah, when they're not wrecking like this, what we're seeing now, this is good. This is some good racing. They're not shoving too hard. They're just kind of minding their business. They're not, getting too reckless with it. If a guy pulls a bad block, they kind of cut him a little slack. They're not getting too squirrely and aggressive, but it's at least enough that guys are deliberate with their moves, but not stupid deliberate, where it's like, well, I could clear him, but I'll just smoke him instead. So really good racing out of the truck so far. But I will credit some of that to who's up front. We got Infinger, Kligerman, Rhodes has calmed down a little bit in his career. He's still a little wild man, but Crafton, we've got some guys up there that take care of their stuff. All right, let's see here. Still good. All right, Infinger up front. Now here goes Rhodes. He's going to go and get cleared on the top with help from Crafton. So now your front four are going to be Rhodes on top with Crafton behind, Infinger on bottom with Kligerman behind. All right, still good action. We've got Enfinger on the bottom, still with Kligerman behind. Then we got Rhodes in the middle with Crafton up on the very top of the track. Still really good, though. I mean, it's 3 wide all the way back. Majeski just shoved Crafton all the way to the front. So Crafton is now clear on the very top with Majeski now behind him. Tell you what, this is some of the best Truck Series racing at Daytona. Wow, Rhodes got squirrely there. He about just threw Majeski to the wall. Big shove, 34 coming through, which is Lane Riggs. He's now going to dip to the bottom. Yeah, it's 3x3 though. What are these blue? What? Okay, I don't know what the scoring thing was doing. This is tremendous racing too. Man, this is fun. Oh no. Oh no, Norm. Norm, they're going to catch you. Where do you go? They're 3 wide. Oh no. Norm's about to get swallowed by the pack, and I don't know where they're going to go. There's not a lot of room. Oh, no. Come on, Norm. Don't cause anything bad. Oh, no. Norm's on the apron. Oh, no. That's bad. Oh, Norm. Okay, they got around him. Woo! Dude, it was 3x3 when they were coming up on Norm, and he was not in a good spot. He was on the track and apron, and he was just bouncing between the two. Whew. All right. Good. We didn't need a full Kevin LePaging of the field either, but he wasn't that slow off pace. Oh, okay, there we go. 3 Thor Sports up top. We do have a couple of front row trucks now with the 34 and 38. This is some good racing on the Truck Series end of it. Man, they are putting on a good show. So Crafton leads, Rhodes and Majeski single file behind him, and then you have Zane Smith, or sorry, not Zane Smith. See, it's already getting me. And then you have Chandler Smith. Lane Riggs is falling back pretty quick. I can't see why though, because they're on an stupid onboard cam. So Riggs is now back to 18th. I cannot see what's happening because the stupid camera workers are only showing an onboard of 3rd place. So I don't know what happened to the bottom lane, but Lane Riggs is now back to 18th. Care to explain? No? Okay. I guess it's not important why the guy that was just running in the top 3 spots is now all the way back to 18th. We don't need to know that. That's not information critical to a race. Enfinger's also all the way back there, so I probably would have loved to see why they're all the way back there. That might have been a good thing. Interesting. A lot of you still think it's going to be a first-time winner. That is surprising. There's a lot of experienced winners up at the front. I guess Hemrick has never won in the Truck Series, though, has he? I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Everyone's running single file along the top. 3 to go in the stage. It's surprising because the bottom lane is typically plenty fast on this racetrack. A lot of times you can just dip to the bottom with a full head of steam and you can get pretty far. Two to go, still single file. I would hope the 38's willing to jump. There's a few cars back in the field that are trying to make something go, but they don't really have enough help. .38 tried it, jumped back up, but here comes a 52 now with a little bit of a group on the bottom. One to go, last lap of the stage. Crafton still out front, but I don't like, he's kind of a sitting duck. Here comes a 38. This is exactly where you want to do it, right going into a corner. And just wrap the bottom all the way around. Oh boy, big pushes from the ThorSport group. .38 on the bottom. He's coming. He's up to the 3rd lane. Coming out of the turn 4. We'll see what Rhodes decides to do. Here goes Rhodes. He's not going to get anywhere very quickly. Goes to the bottom. Nothing there. And ThorSport will sweep the stage. It'll be Crafton, Rhodes, and Majeski in the top 3. Then it'll be Chandler Smith and Jack Wood rounding out your top 5. Very interesting. A lot of the truck regulars up front. Don't see a lot of those other guys that are sneaking in. I spelled it wrong. Sending a message. All right, so that is the end of stage number 2. That is now in the books. And boy, we've had some fun racing. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty happy with what we've seen thus far. Oops, I need to go in here. All right, so for stage points earned tonight, Ben Rhodes, 19, Chandler Smith, 14, Ty Majeski, 12. Ooh, late dive back off of pit road for Majeski. That's intriguing. Because if there's no cautions, they're going to have to stop longer for fuel with the Thorsport group. Be very interesting to see if that holds, if that's what they choose to go with. Ooh, new paint scheme for Corey Heim this year on the 11. Looks pretty good. A lot less black. It's just red and white this year. I think they're interviewing Matt Crafton currently, so I don't see anything going on there. Surprised McDowell hasn't got up there yet? Nah, he's riding. McDowell's not trying that hard. He'll get there later in the race, but he's not doing much. Remember a couple years ago when Brett Moffitt ran the Talladega race? He really didn't show up until the end of the race, and once he did, he won. So some of these guys, when there's no points to run for, it's kind of like, just ride. Just take your time. Yeah, it sounds like they're still interviewing him there, so... Norm got the free pass, so he's going to lap the field. Let's go, Norm. Dude, if they could have some magic situation where Norm stays out and wins a race, I would be so... I think everyone would just be happy with it. Like, kind of a weird way to win, but we don't care. There are certain guys that we don't care how they win. If it happens, we're happy. Yep, there's that. Yep. Perfect. Okay, getting all that dealt with. Hope stage 3 is like stage 2. 100%, I hope. I hope it stays clean like this. I mean, a couple crashes here or there are okay, depending on what causes them. I just hate the sloppy ones where a guy just ran through the guy in front of him and wrecked him. I hate those. Like, but something where a guy got real loose and then there was just some, like, dooring and just like, actually edge of your seat racing, I'm good with. You know, stuff happens, but I just don't want to see sloppiness be the reason for it. That'd be my preference. Oh, Crafton came in the next time around? Huh. Why? So I guess Crafton just decided to go to the back. I don't know what that's about. Weird. Not sure what the strategy on that one is. All right, well, that puts the ThorSport guys to the back. Not really sure the strategy of that. There are still 55 laps to go, so they have a long time to get back up there. Let's see, do we got more people in here from earlier? We have a few. We can mess with, or we can try to get the, what is that? Check. Did that. Check. Okay, good. Clear. Good. All things have been dealt with. All right. Well, what we could do is we could actually set up a question of what car is underneath the tarp. We put a car cover on earlier in the stream. If you were here when we covered it up, don't answer what car is under there. But if you don't know because you weren't here earlier, try to guess what car is under the car cover. Because there's one car that's not uncovered of this group, and that's the trivia question. All right, back to green we go. It's going to be Hemrick up top with a push from Enfinger, and then it's going to be Hyman Swalwich on the bottom. A little disorganized, but all good. So Hemrick is clear now out front. Then it's going to be Heim and Enfinger for second. And then on the outside, we've got Ankrum, and on the bottom, we've got Swalwich in the number 1. 91, that's Jack Woods. So Jack Woods up there in the top 5 as well. Stuart Friesen, Chandler Smith. There's Michael McDowell making his way to the front finally. Parker Kligerman back up there, Tanner Gray. Meanwhile, Lane Riggs is going to try and go 3 wide around the top. We'll see how that rolls out as the run continues. Looks like Chandler's going to go up and try to join him up there. Drops back a little bit, but now the middle lane is the empty one. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, Jack Wood, what are you doing? 4 wide, 4 wide, 4 wide. Oh, boy. Jack Wood was not decisive on his lane choice, and he is going to the back. He took way too long to decide which lane he wanted to be in, and he got split. And, oh, boy, a lot of pushing up front. Klickerman ends up sliding back with a few of them. Now we're back to about 2 lanes, but, man, they navigated that 4 wide like pros. Way to go, truck guys. They are racing with a little bit of their head today. They're not too many stupid things. I mean, we had a couple early pushes that were just dumb, but for the most part, we're seeing some pretty good pushes. Seeing some very good decision making, which is nice to see. So Crafton is riding in the back. Meanwhile, we have 2 grooves going. We got a high lane and a low lane. The middle is open. And in the high lane, we have Hemrick and Infinger, and then we've got Smith and Riggs. On the bottom lane is where we have Heim and Swalwich, and then Friesen behind that. Top 4 on the high side are now clear, so that's both front row trucks, Infinger and Hemrick that are all clear. Ooh, yawn, yawn, yawn. It's been a long day. Not even 8 o'clock yet. What is the deal here? Am I getting that old? Old. Ooh, here we go. We got to run to the bottom. Here comes the 38, Chandler Smith, with help from the 34. They're going to go to the bottom as they are side by side for the lead. Chandler Smith now back to the point, but Hemrick is hanging in. Oh, we got a spin or something. Or something. Or something. Ankrum and Dawson Sutton have contact. I don't see anything too bad damage-wise. I don't know. Did he blow up? Was that engine smoke? Not sure what that was. So we do have a caution. Oh, we got right front and left front damage. Looks like he might have been squeezed in there at some point. Maybe it's just right front damage. That left front actually looks okay. So it might just be some right front damage. I didn't quite get to see what happened. Hey, Denny fan, welcome on in. I haven't seen you for a while. Well, seeing you is a figurative thing. Are you at the race, or are you just going on Sunday? I heard you're going to be going to Daytona. I mean, it's in your backyard. You may as well. It's your home track. But that being said, oh no, that did just let go. Oh wow, yeah, that's not. That might be oil. Is the reason 26 went around. So now, hey, no contact. Good caution. Or I mean, no, I say good caution, but like wasn't a dumb decision. Just engine let go. So can't really blame anyone on that. Yeah, I have, you know what, just for Denny fan, let's flip to the Denny Hamlin page. There you go. There's the Denny Hamlin page. You get 3 of them. There's 3 of them showing for you. Got to turn that Denny Hamlin page on. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So Tyler Ankrum did the smart thing and pulled to the outlet in the wall on the backstretch. That is awesome. I hope Race Control does a way better job of that this year than they did last year when guys are coasting around and stuff. It's like, here's an opening in the wall. Pull in. I would appreciate that we can speed these cautions up if it helps. Denny 500 cars. You bet. All 3 of them. And I think I still have to get 2 of them signed. I think. Yeah, I still got to get 2 of them signed, I think. Which ones are signed? I think these are signed except for the Kurt Busch one I need to get. So I got a handful of them I need to go get autographed. Did I get Stenhouse to sign his? I did. I got Stenhouse to sign his at a dirt track, but the Sharpie was crap, unfortunately. So I'm probably going to have to do it again. Let me see how bad it looks. It looks okay. I don't think I'm going to change it. It looks all right. Because the factory autographs were blue, so they look terrible. Let's see. I got Michael McDowell to sign his at Road. Where did I get him to sign? Oh, no, that was dual autograph when it showed up. That's right. I need to get Cindric to sign his. I need to get Byron to sign that one. So there's a handful I still got to get signed. And if you're wondering why I'm on my phone constantly, I'm currently in the process of trying to sell some snowmobiles. So I am on the Facebook Marketplace going ham. I've got, well, not just me personally, but me and my group of sledding buddies. We all have together 6 snowmobiles and 2 trailers up for sale right now, and I'm managing all of it. So I can't be there to help with it physically, so I manage all the messages, and I just tell them where and how to meet my friend who's storing them, and then he shows them around and does the rest of it. But it makes it easy so he doesn't have to handle all the messaging stuff. That's what I do. So if you're looking for a snowmobile up in North Iowa, I got something for you. Because they just got rideable snowmobiling snow, so we'll see. That's where I'll be next week. Not snowmobiling in Iowa for that reason. I'll be up there to cover some remote work. But, yeah, unfortunately, no Atlanta stream next week. I already know I'll be out of town for next weekend. But while I'm there, I'm probably going to snowmobile because it's fun. Yeah, let's see here. I think Sutton spun in Tyler's oil. I think that is the case, yeah. Because, yeah, Sutton just suddenly spun, so I don't know if he just hit the brakes and then it was in oil, so he didn't have any traction. But it sure didn't look like it was a actual issue. I think it just slipped in the oil, and I think he's going to be fine. There we go. Dude, Lane Riggs looks so much like his dad. Lane Riggs, Scott Riggs, they're all the same. They're Riggses. All right. You'll be at the... Oh, my gosh. We got snow in Florida. Yeah, I know. So here's the thing, Denny fan. At the time when Florida got their snowfall, we still had no snowfall up here. None. Zero. Kansas City, I suppose, did. But we were up in Michigan snowmobiling because they always get snow. They have lake effect snow. So we were snowmobiling up there thinking about how my original hometown, North Iowa, had no snow. Minnesota had no snow. Wisconsin had no snow. Kansas City had a foot of snow. And Florida had snow. What? Why did Florida have snow? You didn't need it. But anyway, I had a great time. I got on 2 snowmobiling trips this year. Probably one more at some point. I will put some content together for that. I will try to make sure I get some GoPro footage or something. I need to get some type of footage. But I want to get some stuff for that because I think people need to understand why it's so fun. It's different. I got a motorcycle last year. Motorcycles are fun. It ain't gonna beat snowmobiling. It's its own unique animal. Do I want you to... Oh, a pin. Yes, that would be awesome because SMI tracks are always a pain to get pins out of for some reason. So yeah, if you want to pick up a spare pin, absolutely. But yeah, you don't have to send it to me super quick because actually I haven't shown you these, but these are the Elite Premieres I make. I still have to do some work to this one. But if you look at it here, I'm going to kind of show it. You'll see the Darlington pin down there on the bottom left. Let me tip it a little more. There we go. Now if I tip it a little more, you see the Darlington pin down there. But all of these cars, I use the pins. So I have to try and get a pin for each of these. But yeah, I have tried to get a pin for each of them, and then I actually add it like the Suarez here, the stat card and the win sticker goes in it so that it's all one unit. I don't know if they're not popular, it's fine. I think they're just cool because at some point some of these will end up on eBay or somewhere else down the road, and it's gonna be just cool to see them where they end up. So, Unfortunately, I haven't officially announced it, but I am probably going to be stepping away from the selling diecast side. Hopefully, I can still review. I'm going to try to find someone who will help work with me on that. But what that means is I will probably be an affiliate for someone who sells diecasts, and I'll just do reviews. And I'm hoping to be able to review trucks and cars and diecasts and then send them back to them. I'll still collect a few here and there. I have too many. So being able to review them, send them back. I'll still make the premieres of these. These are fun for me. I like to do those. But to be able to do, reviews on all the different diecasts and then be able to send them back and not have to try and keep a website up to date, you have no idea. Those websites, I'm telling you, they are so freaking crazy. Like, it is so hard to keep a website up to date. So I don't know. We'll see what I do there. But I still have yet to pick up an Elite Premier. Well, I have the perfect two for you. I've got Denny's Clash Win already done, and where's his Bristol Win? Oh, it's right down here. Denny's Bristol Win. I have to get a pin. I apparently sold my last pin, and now I gotta get one more pin because I somehow forgot one. So I did make my Chase Elliott with this pin, and here's the Elite Premier of that car. It's just sitting on my desk. Yeah, I have the Denny Bristol Win. I need to get another Food City 500 pin because I apparently sold them all and forgot to keep one to make it. So there's some Denny ones in there that are pretty cool. Also, the Bristol Win, I think the Bristol Win's the best one of them. It looks pretty good. Do I want a few for the website? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. It depends on who wins. Because if Tyler Reddick wins, nobody wants pins because you can't get a diecast. But if it's like Chase Elliott, oh yeah, people go crazy for them pins. Always for Chase Elliott. Now the Elite Premiers are cool. I like the case. I like the plastic. I think the whole thing. I like it. When you talk about 120 versus 150, like that 30 extra bucks getting you a case and then a slight bit of detail and an extra card and a different box and like. I think it's worth it to me personally over the Elite. But if you talk about the difference between an ARC and an Elite Premier, that's where I'm like, for 70 bucks I give up a case and a little bit of detail, but it literally looks the exact same on a shelf. ARC wins. When you talk about just what's on the shelf or in the case, ARC is the way to go now. I hate to say it, I always loved collecting Elites, but it just ain't the same anymore. Is that dust? Yoink. It is a little bit of dust. I guess it's been out of the box for a couple days now. Just a little bit. But I have my dual wins out, and then I have... Oh, yeah, actually, Denny Fan, you weren't here. Denny Fan, what is under the car cover? I have a diecast here with a car cover on it. What is under there? That is the trivia question of the day. Don't anyone who's there spoil it. I put the cover on earlier in the stream. So, you have to guess what car is under the cover. Also, I didn't get a chance to show you this, but I will do that. Oh, cool! So you can go back a day later. Yeah. No, I'll message you on Instagram if I do. But I did also finally get this framed. So this was a gift from Denny Fan a couple years ago, and so I did finally get my frame for it. I don't have a place to hang it yet, unfortunately. So it sits behind the computer, so it's nice and safe. But I can't hang it in the apartment. Because I can't put nails in, and it doesn't fit with a hook, and I don't trust a command hook to keep that safe. So I've got those up with a command hook, and I'm okay with it for now. But yeah, I didn't trust the command hook because you'd only get one command hook for that. I'm like, not sure yet. So it may go up here above my monitors because I got nothing there. But for now, it's just gonna sit there nice and safe. So yes, I finally got my frame for it this year. I was going through and I just was like, you know what? No, I'm in a Hobby Lobby. I'm getting that. I'm going to go get it. So finally we got that taken care of. A Casey Kane. I'm assuming a 9 car in Casey's font. Bruh. That is 100% correct. Also, we are back to green. Chandler Smith on the high side. Daniel Hemrick on the bottom, and then it's Clearman and Enfinger behind with 44 laps to go. A lot of pushing going on here. Yeah, we can uncover it now. Somebody earlier was mentioning how they had gotten a car cover. And so I was like, I have a car cover sitting behind me. So we went ahead and tossed it on. Now, it is a number 9, but it is not the typical Budweiser number 9 that was with most COTs. It's actually white, and it was not the Dodge white. It's the Budweiser Olympic white from the Winter Olympics. So this is the 2010 dual win. The only time Kane won a cup race at Daytona was a duel, because he was just not very good at plate racing. Not his thing. Never won at Talladega, never won at Daytona. Finished second only a couple of times. Like, it wasn't really, he just wasn't good at them. Was not his thing. So yes, I uncovered the 9 again. It's a good looking 9. All right, so now Chandler Smith is out front. Parker Kligerman now out front as well. Hemrick, Enfinger, Haley. Who's that? Is that Timmy? Is that Timmy Hill? Timmy Hill in the top 10? Timmy. Okay, we are Timmy Hill fans for here on out. We are rooting for 3 people. We will root for Parker Kligerman, we will root for Timmy Hill, and we will root for Rajah Caruth. The Rajah Caruth and Parker Kligermans are optional. Everyone in this stream roots for Timmy Hill. No questions asked. You don't root for Timmy Hill, you can leave. This is a Timmy Hill stream right here. As I say that, the whole bottom lane's about to get shafted. They're losing a bunch of ground. Yes, him coming back this year. I am so excited. He was on the Dale Jr. download this week, so I watched that. And then, yeah, of course, him coming back at Rockingham. I'm super excited for him to make a return, especially at a track where you actually get testing and practice. That's the other thing. I'm very glad that there's a chance for him to get acclimated to the car. He doesn't have to just jump in and go. He actually gets some practice time to go. Because I want him to have a good showing. I think he can do well and get a top 15 out of it and run decent, but I just hope he gets a good shot at it to just run well. Because, I mean, obviously the fever dream is he comes out and wins a race, but, you know, I just want to see him run well after just, you know, the way his career ended, to have a chance to go out and to do that. I'm going to be in Las Vegas in a few months. I'm going to the track but can't go to a race. I'm going on my way to California to see my uncle. Ooh, are you flying into Vegas, I'm assuming? Because the flights are, like, stupid cheap there. I only say that because what the heck? Do all trucks have that? What the hell? What is on the 19 truck? Is his panel, like, stuck open? I need to see an onboard again. The whole back of the truck has like a flap open or something. I need to see if that is the flap open, or do all trucks have that? I couldn't quite tell. Weird. But anyway, yes, so flying into Vegas, that was how I went to Phoenix last fall. Was I flew into Vegas and then drove from Vegas down to Phoenix. It was about 3.5 hours, but I love Vegas and Phoenix and the whole west area there. Like, I wouldn't want to go in the summer when it's hot, but oh man, I love the driving in the mountains and just the hills. Like, I freaking loved going out there. That was such a fun time. I mean, forget the Phoenix race. Phoenix was terrible. I shouldn't say terrible. It wasn't bad. Joey Logano, but everything else about it was pretty fun. But man, I love driving around there. All I could think when I was out there was I wanted to be on my motorcycle. Like, I thought it would have been so fun to be able to be around out there. Oh, what's this? Timmy Hill! Hemrick and Enfinger just slid up off the bottom, and now it's Timmy Hill time. Who's that? Is that Swalwich? Come on, give him a good push. Give him a big push. It's time to get Timmy to the front. Let's go, Timmy. Oh, Enfinger's going to jump down. That's fine. That's fine. We don't want to be front of the line anyway. Front of the line's dangerous. We want to be second line. We want to be the pusher. We can be the aggressive pusher. Timmy. Yates Motors. Is that what's underneath that thing? Wait, Timmy Hill's a Toyota, though, isn't he? Yeah, Timmy Hill's a Toyota. They're not Yates, are they? If Timmy's a Toyota and a Yates motor... Well, no, these are all Ilmor engines. They're all the same now. So it wouldn't be a Yates motor anyway. These are all one source supplier engines. Ooh, little wiggle out of Timmy. Get it gathered up. We're good. Yeah, gather it back up. We're good. Looks like the tires are wearing out on these cars. Dude, old Daytona's coming back. Handling's starting to matter again, and I am here for it. The old bumpy, wore-out surface. Let's go. Going to the Mafia Museum. Already planned on that. I'm trying to figure out if I can visit my cousin in Nellis Air Force Base, and see if I can see the Thunderbirds up close. That is one of the things that would definitely be worth seeing, is the Thunderbirds. That is just an iconic group. Let's see here. I'll be flying to Lake Tahoe, California. I don't know anything about Lake Tahoe other than the fact that it's a lake in California, so there's not a lot of water out there, so they have to kind of work with what they can. I like the area out there. Like I said, Arizona is actually a very beautiful state when it's November. I would not want to go in the summer. It's too hot for me. I am not a fan of heat. I'm a northern blood. I like my winters. I like my cold. I don't like my sweat. So I prefer to be in a cool temperatured place. All right, so things have settled down a little bit. Front 8 are now single file around the bottom. Now front 9 with Tanner Gray. First 3-wide battle is back a little ways. Actually, they're still kind of getting separated. The 3 wide's kind of settling back down. But a lot of cars on the inside. That nose of Tony Breidinger's car is still crooked, so whatever damage there is, it's still on there. But now they're kind of going single file around the bottom. There's a couple cars in the high lane, but not many. It's kind of becoming a single line train around the bottom, which for 37 laps to go, that wouldn't be the worst way for that to kind of close its way out. I think you'll still get some people trying to make runs. I don't think everyone's just going to give up. Oh, that's right. They have Air Force. I forgot about air shows, but yeah, the Blue Angels. The only time I've seen them twice, and it was both for flyovers, and it was Daytona and the Indy 500 were the 2 times I've seen them, and both of them were absolutely spectacular because they always are. But that's one of the coolest things is the flyover for the Indy 500 mixed with just dude the Blue Angels just bring it. They just do. All right, looks like we're still showing green, which is good. Want to keep the pace of this race up. We don't want this thing to slow down. So under commercial at the moment, nothing happening live on the screen. I don't have my commercial-free feed yet. I need to find a way to get a commercial-free feed for you. We're still green, but Enfinger has come to pit road. A lot of damage on the back of his car. I think it's green flag pit stops. But something happened to Grant Enfinger on the way into pit road, and I have a bad feeling it might have been Timmy Hill. No, wait, Hill stayed on track. We're good, I think. Did he? Yeah, Hill stayed on track. We're good. It wasn't Timmy Hill then. All right, gas only for most of these guys. I would almost be willing to say it's probably a good idea to take some tires because handling does play a factor, but I get it either way. How have I been? I have been good. Snowmobiling always is good, but also what races do I plan on going to this year? So, Kansas number 1, Kansas number 2, Iowa, Gateway, Bristol. So those are 5. I want to do one more. I'm debating doing Vegas in the spring, which is in about a month, but I'm going to see. Because if the tickets are cheap enough and I can find a hotel out there somewhere and I can fly out there for a red eye, which is what I did last time. I flew out on a Friday morning at like 6 a.m. and my overall flight cost was like literally $100. So I might do Vegas in the spring this year just to get my NASCAR kick knocked off. Because otherwise, all 5 of my races are after May. So all of the remainder of February, March, April, I got no races. Then May I have one, none in June, none in July, one in August, I think one in September, two in October. Like it's all back half of the year. So I'm thinking about trying Vegas this year is what I'm thinking. We'll see though. I'm gonna price it out and see if it makes sense or not. I was thinking Coda, but Coda's only 2 weeks away. I'm like, nah, that's too short notice to try Coda. Oh, couldn't afford Daytona. That's unfortunate. I saw the Daytona 500 tickets had gotten up there in price quite a bit, so that's never... Unfortunately, that's never a fun thing. I remember Daytona was expensive. I had a really cheap hotel stay from something, but, man, if I didn't have that, I don't think I could have afforded Daytona. Daytona is expensive. The good news is Dega should be fairly cheap. I mean it. If you've never been to Bristol, the Bristol night race, if you buy a weekend package of tickets, it's pretty cheap. I highly recommend Bristol. I think Bristol is one of the most affordable tickets, and it's by far one of the most fun. So if you haven't done Bristol yet, do Bristol. Bristol's awesome. Like, I highly recommend trying Bristol because it's very affordable. And we got a crash. Oh, man. Greenfield is spun probably off the nose of somebody. And unfortunately, Clay Greenfield, probably going to have to go park it and call it a night. Because, yeah, it's pretty heavy contact. Front clip of that thing is probably messed up. So, that's probably done. Yeah, you're only 60 miles away. You don't even have to commute, and it's too expensive. Like I said, the tickets... I mean, I get it. It's still Daytona 500, but it's still like, I'd love it to not be that expensive. Did he just lose it? Oh my gosh, he did. He got loose and lost it at Daytona. Handling is back, my friends, and I am still kind of happy about it. Obviously, I don't like people getting crashed, but yeah, if we're going to have handling issues, I am all for that. Let's go. Very weird way to just lose that truck, though. That's a little bizarre. Bristol, Richmond, Martinsville are all moving forward. Homestead. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Homestead's probably pretty expensive. But like I said, look at Bristol. If you book a hotel or find an Airbnb or something early enough, that's the hardest thing about Bristol is finding hotel/rooming accommodations. I stayed about an hour away from the track my first time down. It's a lot less expensive, but I also have a Prius. So, for me, driving like 40 extra miles is like a gallon of gas. So for me, it saved me it was $6 to drive that extra distance and some time. But, for $6, I could stay for $100 less a night for those 3 nights. And then what I normally also do is Saturday night, we don't book a hotel. We leave the track, get 2 to 3 hours away, and then we stay at a hotel further away. And that tends to be cheaper too, because again, the hotels in that area are super expensive. But if you drive, say if you leave the racetrack and then start heading home, just get an hour or 2 down the road and stay there, you'll find that it's way more affordable. Airbnb for Atlanta, 15 minutes from the track. Ooh, that sounds fun. That's a great option. Not even that far away. I forgot it's in Hampton, Georgia, too. It's not in Atlanta, so that helps. I also stayed at an Airbnb in Michigan for snowmobiling this year that actually you probably would have liked because it had horse stables all set up for them because the people that owned it own horses in the southern half of the state and they vacation there. So they had a full horse stable and it was like, yeah, you want to bring your horses? Go ahead. I'm like, well, I don't have horses, I got snowmobiles, but, still. So I thought that was like, oh, that's probably a pretty cool way to be able to travel. Downside is you'd have to trailer a horse from Florida to Michigan, which is quite possibly literally one of the highest points in the continental United States to one of the lowest points. So it would be a lot of drive time. A lot. Not going through Atlanta is big, because Atlanta is a mess. All right, 30 to go after the caution, and that should pretty much get everybody on the same strategy. Everyone can make it on fuel from here, I would think. Although you only had one, I thought you had two. I'm sorry, I thought you had a second one. I did remember talking to you about that though. Yeah, that's man. My friend watches horses for their neighbor when they left, and they lost 38-year-old horse last year that she had grown up with. Now she's of course in her retirement age, so I mean she had it for like her entire adult life, but they I don't know if it was a good or bad thing, but they had the backhoe and were able to kind of dig a hole and have it all taken care of by the time they got back from their camping trip. So she wasn't there. Might have made it easier. I think she came home from vacation a little early, but at least it wasn't having to, come home and, find a bloated horse that had passed multiple days ago or a day ago, and just probably a little easier. So he had mentioned how they had to have that or had to do that, but he also was like, I was glad I could help her out in that way. Oh, okay, so there are still 5. I was going to say, I thought you had a stable of a few of them. But yes, it is, not fun losing your wingman. That is a great idea, because I will say she does a good job of getting a good. She does a great job on the art she does. That picture is really well done. I don't even know which picture she used to draw him, but if she just used a couple other ones, but like as far as a drawing for someone who's never seen like that cat before, that was really well done. She does a great job. All right, so we're back to commercial. 28 laps to go. Let's see here. I haven't gotten a chance to show off my snowmobile yet. I'll probably do that in a different video, but I have a very cool glowing snowmobile now. I've added some underglow to it because I could. Last year we had no snow, so I had nothing better to do than add, underglow. World? That is a snowmobile. Very nice. Oh, that's true. I do remember that. Yeah, that picture. So when I took that picture, I literally had started the shower to get the heat running through it because the pipes take a minute to warm up in the winter. And I literally left the door like cracked, and I came back in there, and he was standing there on the ledge right next to the water. And I was like, dude, no, you don't like water. But I have some other ones where he was like grabbing my toothbrush when I'd be brushing my teeth. He'd reach up and like try to grab it and bite it. He like loved it for some reason. So yeah, he was a goofy one. I miss that cat. He was one of the best. I should show you this. You haven't gotten to see this yet. Let me grab something on the other side here. There, how about that? That's probably big enough. My siblings got me this. I'm going to move it in a little bit. So I'm going to have to build that at some point. That was a Christmas gift. It's like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I have a giant Lego set to build. And they actually got a couple of extra pieces so that I could put the mustache together on him as well. So that'll be, I don't know when I'm going to do that. We'll find a time to do that, though, but that was a fun Christmas gift from them. It will probably be NASCAR to make that decision. Which decision? When I'm going to build it? I don't know if I'll do it during a stream or not. I might do that on its own night. We'll do a Q&A or something when I'm in the process of maybe finishing off some stuff. Because I'm only going to stream cup races this year, except for this weekend. I'll do all 3 at Daytona because it's Daytona. Daytona's fun. Thank goodness I'm not doing all the truck races because I'm not going to lie, I have no interest in these truck guys at all. I don't. It's gone. Xfinity I have a little more interest, but still not enough to want to stream every week. But then we'll stream all the cup races. So we'll stream every cup race that I can. I won't be available for at least 5 that I have tickets to, plus Atlanta next week because I'll be out of town. But everything else, for sure. Got any Kyle Busch diecast here? Hope he finally gets the 500. Absolutely. So yes, the Kyle Busch ones. What do we got back here? 2017 Martinsville. 2016 Indy Brickyard. 2015 Brickyard. 2015 Homestead. 2018 Coke 600. 2018 Richmond. 2019 Homestead. 2019 Fontana. What else we got up there? 2022 Bristol Dirt. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's the only one. I do have a 2018 Bristol up on top of the cases. So there's a few on the cases back there. Actually, I got you. Watch this. Well, yeah, they're on the backstretch. They're not going green for a while. Let's do this. I just got this set up earlier tonight. Aha! How do you like this? I got this set up. This is pretty cool. So there's 3 of them. That's Brickyard, Homestead, and Brickyard. This is awesome. I'm glad I got this thing working. What do we got here? There we go. There's Martinsville. There's Richmond right down there. Up here, there's Coke 600. I'm out of cord, though. Oh, wait, I can get a little more. There we go. There we go. There's Coke 600. Up here, there's Bristol. And then there's the other Bristol Dirt over there. And the other 2 are right down here. So I got some Kyle Bushes around. And then I also have some Kyle Bushes from races I've seen in person. So I've seen him win at Kansas, and I've seen him win at I've seen him win at Kansas twice. No, Chicagoland. That's the other one. Yes, I got to see him win that crazy race in Chicago. So Chicago and Kansas, I have those 2 as well. Oh, crap. I lost my chat because I wasn't paying attention. Back to the YouTube chat. Here we go. All right, back to green we go. Who the heck is that? Giovanni Ruggiero? Ruggiero? No, it's Iero. Ruggiero. I don't know. His name is Giovanni Ruggiero. Italian pizza pasta. So yes, he is our leader. Then it's Tanner Gray. Then it's Corey Heim. Bottom. Holy moly! Look at the run of Chandler Smith there. We got Roger Caruth with help on the bottom from his teammate Andreas Perez. Then we got Smith and Riggs now moving to the top with Rhodes flying up the middle. So the leader in each lane right now. Top lane lead is Chandler Smith. Middle lane is Ruggiero. I'm going to probably get used to saying his name if he's fast. And then Caruth on the bottom. And they are 3 wide behind the leader. It is 1 guy out front with 3 wide all the way back behind him. 24 laps to go. Still a long way. Ooh, a little bit of contact between Gray and Caruth, but they get it squared away. That's good. This is some good racing. They've kind of mined their P's and Q's tonight. They've kind of taken care of each other, and if a guy got loose, they'd kind of make room for him and try to keep him in line. All right, here comes that push up the middle. Off into turn 3 now. Ooh, that's tight. You're not clear, Tanner. All right, good job. Tanner gets back up the track. Meanwhile, up top, here comes Chandler Smith looking for the lead. He's going to have it. Great push from Lane Riggs. That entire corner he pushed. And that is going to shove the 38 out front. Now he's probably going to have to do some pretty heavy blocking because he's got 4 or 5 car lengths on everybody else. All right, here comes the field now to his back bumper. He's going to run up, get in front of the 34. 17 and the 15 now drop to the middle. Meanwhile, Daniel Hemrick with help from Jack Wood on the top lane as well. A lot of teammates starting to find each other. Chandler Smith getting a great shove, getting kind of some distance between him and the field again. A lot of distance, though. He's going to drop it to the bottom. Ooh, Reguero's got to get it back down. Ooh, don't shove in the middle of the corner. It's tight. Ooh, it's tight, but they all got through. Good job. Good job, truckers. I know there's 23 to go, but they have been awesome. Let's see. Yo, thanks for the close-ups. Love anything KFB. You bet. I'm glad I got that camera set up so I can now start using it for fun stuff like that. At some point, we're going through an entire card collection, so get ready for that. I have an entire card collection that I have to figure out what to do with. Ooh, a little bit of tight off the corner for Chandler there, but got back in line. Big push down the backstretch now. Ooh, meanwhile, all Toyota's kind of shifting over. The bottom lane just does not have the pushers. This is his first Truck Series start. He's doing okay, but I think they might have to shuck him so they can get somebody up front that can lead with a lot of pushing. Because right now, I don't think there's confidence in just shoving him as hard as they want. Michael McDowell's still only in 16th. All right, things have sort of calmed down. Kind of a two-lane group. We've got an extreme top and extreme bottom. A little bit in the middle, about 3/4 of the way back, but most of it's either up high or down low. Bottom lane is far more disorganized than the top lane at the moment. There we go. All right, get that message taken care of. All right, so still up front, Chandler Smith. Ooh, contact with the 17. Dude, 34, let him in. The 34 shoves him below the double yellow, but he's got to get back up. And the 34 was not going to give him any room. Like, you can't door slam a guy down there. You'll get penalized for that. You got to give him some room to get back up. 4 wide in 3 and 4. Oh, that's tight. Who is on that outside? Is that Jack Wood? Come on, Jack. You are way too close. All right, there we go. Back to 3 wide. I don't know for sure. We'll have to see a replay, but I think the 34 may have shoved the 17 down onto the apron, and if he shoved him down there, I mean, yeah, he eventually got back up, but that's a penalty. You can't just shove a guy down there and then hold your position so he can't get back in. I mean, they have a rule for that for a reason. They don't want people shoving below the double yellow as a strategy. So I'll have to see. But that 4 wide, they made it work. The trucks tonight have been impressive. This has been better than what we've seen out of truckers for a while. A lot of times they would just run through the back of each other. They have done a great job tonight of mining and trying to list nice and easy. Someone's in trouble. Let's work around it. But like edge of your seat type of racing, they've done great tonight. I've been very impressed with the trucks tonight. They have done a fantastic job of making sure that if somebody got squirrely, they tried to help make sure everyone had a chance to save it rather than just run through somebody and, you know, cause the big one. That being said, 18 to go, we still have almost everybody running, so the big one is probably brewing a little bit. Oh, 11's going to dip high. He's going to go to the high side. Oh, we got a crash. We got a crash. Oh, here we go. There it is. Michael McDowell's around. That's not bad, Raja. That's a bad angle. He's going to hit the wall. Yep. That truck's ruined. Oh, so we got a few of them turned around. Not as bad as it looked. Originally, it looked like they were about to get all sorts of squandered up. A lot of interesting guys in that, though. I mean, we've got Crafton, we've got Carruth, we've got McDowell, we've got Jack Wood. I don't know where that started. It looks like it may have started up at the top lane. Somebody got a bad push and got turned into the wall, but yeah, that was just a bad push. I'm surprised we haven't had it earlier, to be honest. I mean, so far we've been pretty clean, so yeah, bad push, but or yawning. It's a bad push, but honestly, 17 to go, I suppose that'll happen. That was some genuinely good racing. I agree. I didn't post on Twitter. What am I doing? Okay. So we have kind of the big one. I think we only had about 5 or 6 of them in it, so not bad. I mean, we have a couple, but not as bad as I thought. When I saw a car sideways on the backstretch in front of all those cars, I thought they were in some big time trouble. It looks like the 5's got some damage. But most of the damage I've seen thus far, 71, 07, 88, 5... About 5 or 6 cars is all I really saw. Let's see what happens here. So, out of the corner, we've got the 19 getting pushed by the 11. On the very top, yep, the 19 lets him go. Kligerman starts pushing the 11, and the 99 just, what are you doing, Ben? So Ben Rhodes just jumped barely to the outside of the 91, realized there wasn't enough room, tries to tuck back in, and just hooks him. That's pretty much all on Rhodes. I don't know. I mean, Jack Wood needs to do a better job of decisively saying where he's going to go. Jack Wood needs to be in the high lane. But that being said, I don't know why he just peeked to the high side and then hooked. Because, let's see it again. We have a nice slow in here. I'm going to put most of it on Ben Rhodes here. All right. Yeah, what are you doing, Ben? He basically caused the whole thing. He actually even hooks down. That is all on Ben Rhodes. I mean, I say all. The 91 of Jack Wood needs to do a better job of holding his line up against the wall. You don't give a guy a car length between you and the wall. That's dumb. Don't give him a car width. Be a half a car width off the wall. You're fine. But it was enough that Ben Rhodes could poke his nose in. The problem is Ben Rhodes poked his nose in, realized there wasn't going to be room, and when he came back down, he just hooked him. He wasn't clear. You can't just go over there, and then if you're not clear, you can't jump back in line. And so he ends up hooking him and wrecking him. And so this is like if Jack Wood's not dumb, it doesn't happen. However, at the same time, Ben Rhodes literally hooks off the wall and spins him. Like, I'm still putting 90% of this on Ben Rhodes. Actually, he also is then the one that hooks McDowell. Ben Rhodes went top to bottom hooking 2 cars in the process. So Ben Rhodes is getting like 95%. The extra 5% goes to Jack Wood for just not holding his line against the wall. And if he holds his line, the whole thing doesn't happen. So I'm going to put 95 on Ben Rhodes, and the other 5% goes on Jack Wood for not holding his line up against the wall and giving him that chance. But overall, it's not like egregiously egregious. However, it's still a thing where it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, here we go. Let's watch Rhodes. So he gets up in there. A little bump. It might have been a bump that turned him. But still, he literally hooks top to bottom. He goes from the top of the wall to the apron and cleans out 2 trucks in the process. So not great. But Timmy Hill got through clean, Denny fan. And love the NASCAR collection. Well, thank you, August 12th, 2036. That's an ominous day. But I appreciate that. I wish I could say this was all. No, I don't wish that. But I have more. So much more. I have a lot to get rid of. Shall we look at some up close while we're under caution? We may as well, because we got nothing else to do. This caution's going to take probably 30 minutes to clean up. So, welcome back, GoPro! Alright, GoPro, we're going to go see my favorites. One of my all-time favorites, Jimmy Johnson's Coke 600 win from 2014. We have another Coke 600 win from 2013. This one here is the only non-elite in this entire cabinet. It's the only IRC in the entire cabinet. And it's because it's the Dollar General Bristol win where he held off Casey Kane in the late laps. And I absolutely love that car. So this one is Matt Kenseth's 2013 Bristol win. 2013 New Hampshire. Let's go down even further. We got 2014 Martinsville for Kurt Busch. Below that, we have one of my coolest cars. This is a customized Jeff Gordon Brickyard 400 win. AJ Allmendinger. And then below that, you can't hardly see because there's too many boxes, but that's where the Harvick Homestead hides. Obviously, that's a Grail car, the Martinsville win. Pocono win for Truex. Talladega win with a custom spoiler on the back. This one I actually bought for 25 or 30 bucks. It had no box, no anything, just the car. But it's an Elite, and then I trimmed the spoiler because it was cracked on the very tip, so I was like, screw it, I'll just trim it and make it accurate. Now I have an accurate Dale Jr. Talladega Win Elite with its pin, and it cost me 30 bucks. That's a custom Carl Edwards Coke 600 win. That is a Jeff Gordon Dover win with some custom stuff with it. The Jimmies, where do we even start? We got Jimmy, we got Jimmy, we got Jimmy, Jimmy, and Jimmy. So we got the 5 Jimmy wins for 2016. The most dominant race in NASCAR history, along with probably my favorite Joey Logano car. I got it signed at Bristol. Can't see it, but his All-Star win from 2016, and Smoke's Sonoma win, along with Austin Dillon's Coke 600 win. That is a Bristol win for Jimmy Johnson. Stenhouse Talladega. That's let's see, that's Texas. Talladega again. Martinsville, Phoenix, and down here we have Homestead and Homestead. So a pair of Homesteads. So yeah. And then that's another one. Almirola's Talladega one's kind of a cool one. Bristol, that's a pretty neat one. Daytona. That one I got signed at Kansas. I don't know if you can see it, but it's signed. I got that signed at Kansas by Clint. So, ooh, this camera's getting hot. I'm going to have to turn it off. We're going to turn that GoPro off. But overall, kind of fun. Get through all that and go through all the different cars that are sitting there. Where is my YouTube chat? There we go. 8 trucks. Okay, I'll put that in big one territory. Yeah, that GoPro's going to be handy. We're going to be able to find a lot of uses for that. Actually, while we're at it... Oh, no, the card collection's outside. Yeah, I'm going to have to show you guys. I have literally like 3 binders full of NASCAR cards to go through now. Like, a crazy amount. What else do I have? Well, those are some Noah cards I put together in a case. Yeah, nothing else there. $8.50. This is a long race. Crafton is frustrated with the 5 truck because he was rear-ended in the crash because, shocker, ARCA driver, ARCA braked and went right through the back of the 88. So for those who don't know, tomorrow we will be live. I'm trying to look for the start time real quick on my phone. What is our start time tomorrow? 4 p.m. is what it says. So 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern. Sounds like it's about the start time for the broadcast, maybe. I usually try to go live right around the green flag time. I don't like to have too much time to kill. A little easier now in the new studio to go live a little early. We'll be live a little early for the Daytona 500. But, yeah, so we'll be live tomorrow for the Xfinity race, and then Sunday we'll be live for the entire Daytona 500. So definitely make sure you guys come back for that one. This one and the Xfinity race, they're not going to be that good a stream. I'm not that entertaining. There's only so much you can do. But for Sunday, we'll definitely come back for the Daytona 500. We're going to go through, I'm going to probably have this whole desk filled up with different cars, not these, like the trucks are going to go, and the Xfinity cars for tomorrow are decorated. They'll be gone, and so will all these. But all the eBay stuff, there's going to be a ton of eBay stuff that goes live probably right at about the end of the race on Sunday. So it should be going live about 5 p.m. Central Time. But 5 p.m. Central Time, I already have 30 listings ready. I'm going to have about another 30 or 40 more. So 60 to 70 eBay listings are going to go live. They're going to start at a $10 starting point and just go from there. There's some Clint Bowyer autographs. There's some Dale Earnhardt Jr. Elites. There's some Clint Bowyer Elites that are autographed. There's some Brett Moffitt customs in there. I know, I got to trim my collection down. Even some of the Brett Moffitts got the axe, which is unfortunate. But I have to get rid of something. So we got some Brett Moffitt customs in there. We're going to have some Daytona dual cars. We're going to have some Daytona trucks, some Daytona Xfinity cars, a lot of Daytona theme. So definitely stay tuned for that. You'll get to see them all on the desk. I can showcase them with a good old GoPro, so that'll be fun. And then as we go into next week, no stream for Atlanta, and we'll be back for the third race of the year at COTA. So, unfortunately, no Atlanta stream. I'll probably do a race reaction if it's crazy or good, but yeah, we'll stream Daytona, and then we'll be back again 2 weeks from there at COTA. All right, back to the green flag we go. It'll be Zane Smith and Lane Riggs on the top. I say it's Zane again. Chandler Smith on top. Tanner Gray and Ruggiero. I really need to know how to say it. On the bottom, but the two Tricon cars are gone. Swalwich now jumping in there. He's now almost clear as well. Behind that is going to be another Thor Sport truck, and that's going to be, bad push by the 17. That's going to shove the 15 high. Oh, big block by the 15. He held on though. Great job holding on to that. That was an aggressive block. So up front, we've got Ruggiero and Tanner Gray. Then we got Swalwich and Heim. If I'm Heim, I need to jump to the high side here. There it is. Take it. All right. Heim goes to the high side. So now the front two rows, or the bottom two rows, are both Tricon. The top row is Front Row Motorsports. So Tricon leads the front two cars on the bottom, front two cars in the middle. The top lane is all Front Row Motorsports. Chandler Smith now with a run as they head off into turn 1. 3x3 all the way back behind Ruggiero. Holy smokes. Oh, please hold on to this. 11 laps to go. P's and Q's, everybody. P's and Q's. Little puff of something. I'm not sure what that was. Who lost an engine? That was Ankrum. So not a Tricon car, so it would be unrelated to that. So the Tricons on the bottom are making good headway. Parker Kligerman is up there in the bottom lane as well, along with Timmy Hill. So we'll see. Come on, Timmy, get in there. Don't let him in there. Don't let anyone else get in that line. Come on, Timmy. Close the gap. Close that gap. Good job. Timmy is 4th back on the bottom is where Timmy Hill is currently riding. Front row. Ooh, bad push. Wow, what a save. Corey Heim absolutely jacked sideways into the corner by Chandler Smith, and he saved it. Way to go. Dude, these truckers are doing great tonight. I mean, I know we had a bad push for a caution just a minute ago, but man, they have done tremendous racing. I mean, they're shoving hard, and man, what a save. Great job, Corey Heim, and credit to Chandler Smith for not just driving through him. Once he got loose, he let off and gave him a chance to gather it. Man, that was great. This is one of the best Daytona races for the trucks in a long time. They have been so bad here for a while because the bottom two lanes were the only ones that were even runnable. And tonight, it has been 3 wide all around. A lot of lanes have been options. Like, they really have put on a great race. Oh, man, that whole bottom lane has fizzled completely out. Dang, that sucks. So Timmy's way back there now. He was 4th on the bottom. Still was about 4th, but just the bottom lane lost a ton of their guys. So we'll see if they get it going again. Yeah, last year was a clown show. Honestly, 2023 ended under rain, but that wasn't a great race either. I mean, I was there, but it was like, it was okay. So this has been a tremendous truck race. Absolute hats off to the guys in this field tonight. They have done a great job keeping this thing, for the most part, clean. What is with all the flapping going on under that 38 truck? Is something broken under, like, he's literally got to be an aerodynamic wind, like, what is going on? He's literally got flaps going everywhere. Did he break something in the grill? He literally can't seem to keep the truck going. He's like an aerodynamic liability up there. Yeah, you're going to have to dump him. No, I say dump him, but Riggs needs to get around him. Something is wrong with that truck. Oh, there's a dent in the nose. Yeah, they need to get him off of the front of that line. He is not aerodynamic enough to ride the front. He can push still, but he's got too big a dent in the front, and it's causing the air to just not work. And you could see it. All the drag completely ruined that line's momentum. And so he needs to be behind somebody. He cannot be the leader of that. Whatever line that Chandler's in, he has to be pushing. 7 to go. We're still rolling pretty good. Looks like Parker Kligerman's going to take a shot out of line. Let's see if anyone goes with him. Yep, here we go. Grant Infinger's going to dip low. There we go. Let's get a few of you guys going down there. Oh, come on, guys. Don't be chickens. Go out there and go race. Tricon, 1, 2, 3 on top. Then Daniel Hemrick. Then Bailey Curry in the 44 in 5th. Behind that, Sauter, Majeski, Rhodes, Perez, and Riggs all in the top lane. Now we've got Enfinger on the bottom with help from Parker Kligerman. Still only 2 of them on the bottom. Looks like Timmy Hill's going to try, but he is still a ways back before he'll be able to put any type of reasonable help to it. Dude, Dawson Cram being suspended on iRacing made my day. It's just like, you can't even race clean on iRacing. Like, what a joke. You couldn't do it in the real leagues, and you literally couldn't even do it in iRacing. All right, so it's a top lane, bottom lane. Bottom lane is starting to form up a little better. They're still running about 10 cars back, Enfinger and Kligerman. But they're going to have to start getting some really good pushes down. Because right now, Kligerman has not been able to get to the back of the 9. The 9 probably needs to be pushing, because I think the back bumper on the 9's bent in. I don't know if you can push that. We'll see. I need to see the front of Kligerman's car to see if you can push that 9 or not. Because if you can't push, you need to get out of the way. The front 2 cars need to be able to both be aerodynamic in the front and push in the back. Who jumped low? Someone just went low. Was that Rhodes? I think that's Rhodes. So Rhodes on the bottom might be able to pull this front lane forward. 5 to go as they head off into turn 1. Tricon all around the top, and here comes the bottom. Bailey Curry leading Ben Rhodes. Oh, that was close. Ben Rhodes, Grant Enfinger, and Parker Kligerman, and there is a race now. Bailey Curry is up to second. He's got a push. He's coming for the lead. Bailey Curry on the bottom is going for the lead, and he's got it. New leader, Bailey Curry. Second place, Ben Rhodes. Now the 17 goes too high, and he's going to drop back. Enfinger to the high side of Rhodes. So now it is Enfinger and Rhodes that are side by side in row 2. 17 drops back in line, a little bit of a push. Here comes the 9 on the outside of Bailey Curry. He's going to go for the lead. Enfinger, Tanner Gray up top. Curry and Rhodes on the bottom. Kligerman third car back on the inside. Enfinger gets loose, goes up the hill. Now it's going to be Tanner Gray leading the top, but unfortunately they lost all their momentum, so they are 4 cars back of the front. Here comes Rhodes. He's going to make a run at the bottom of Bailey Curry. Whoa, Riggs is way out of shape. And Bailey Curry's getting split in the middle. Oh, man. No help. No help for Bailey Curry. 4 to go still. Still time. Parker Kligerman in second now. Lane Riggs third. Fourth on the inside is going to be Chandler Smith. Yes, fourth on the inside is Chandler Smith with Tanner Gray to the outside. So front 3, single file. So up front, we've got Rhodes, we've got Kligerman, and we've got Riggs. Side by side for fourth is going to be Smith and Tanner Gray. Third line is starting to form, but it's way at the back. Like 18 cars back. It's way back there. All right, here they come off turn 2. Big push in the middle. Here comes Tanner Gray with a run. Here comes Kligerman to the outside to inherit that run. He's going to go to the outside. He's now clear for the lead. Parker Kligerman now to the front. But here comes Rhodes back on the bottom. So Rhodes and Riggs on the bottom. Up top, Kligerman and Tanner Gray. Oh, wow. Big loose for Lane Riggs there. Woo, that was close. Great save. I don't know how he maintained that much momentum. That 34 had sparks coming out from behind it. Big push from the 15 to the 75 as they head down to turn 1. See what they've got. Decent run. Not enough to clear, but they do get a good run heading off into the turn. So Riggs, Rhodes on the bottom. Kligerman, Tanner Gray up top. 2 to go. Whoo! Meanwhile, up the middle, here comes the 17. Not a lot of help. Big push on the high line. Big push on the bottom. They are still neck and neck as they head down to turn 3. Ooh, that was a tough push. Rhodes is really loose. These guys are really doing a great job. Coming around to the white flag, this time by. It's Rhodes and Kligerman up top. Or sorry, it's Rhodes and Kligerman on the front row. Behind them, it's going to be Riggs and Tanner Gray. Come on, guys. If you can keep this clean, I'm going to be so incredibly impressed. Oh, hard push going off into the corner. Kligerman slides high. Here comes Johnny Sauter on the high line. 3 wide around the top. Here comes Sauter. Sauter with a big run on the top. Kligerman is clear. Sauter is now almost clear. Oh, what a hornet's nest we've got back there. Oh, there's no way they make it. Rhodes is off. Rhodes is now spinning. Small contact there. Not enough to end it. Now it's going to be Heim chasing down Kligerman. Still no caution. You got to block, Kligerman. You got to block here. I don't know if there's no caution yet. Caution is out. Parker Kligerman wins it. The caution is out after the third different wreck on this lap, and Parker Kligerman is going to win at Daytona. The caution light giveth, the caution light taketh away. After the debacle at the Roval last year, robbing Kligerman of his Xfinity win, he's going to get the caution tonight and win at Daytona. Man, oh man, that was outside of that last lap where they just were pushing so hard they were never going to make it. These truckers put on some good racing tonight, and the only thing I will say is I would love for these trucks to not have to push that hard. That much shoving this is what's always going to happen. I can't blame any of the drivers tonight for that crash because, look, you just can't. You cannot have a race where you are encouraged to ram the car in front of you and expect it to end cleanly. You just can't. You know, tomorrow's race is going to end with a crash or a caution, and Sunday will also end with a crash or a caution. It's just going to happen. You can't have racing where guys are shoving each other end cleanly. You can't. That type of racing is counterintuitive. Like, it's like a demo derby but saying don't dent a car. It's a demo derby. Of course you're going to dent a car. You can't expect people to somehow only manage to not dent fenders. Like, it's not going to work. So congratulations, Parker Kligerman. Not full-time in Xfinity anymore, and he's going to come in and win his first truck race. And theoretically, guys, he's in the playoffs. If he runs a full season with that 75 team, they're in the playoffs. Can he run full-time? Parker needs to run full-time. I mean, he's in the playoffs now. He may as well run full-time. Like, let's get this 75 truck to every single race from here on out. Congratulations, Parker Kligerman. That is awesome. Burning it down on the start-finish line. That's a good-looking truck. That's going to be a fun one. I hope they can make a diecast of it. He's won before in that 75, though, and they didn't make the diecast, so I'm not sure if they'll make it or not. It being Daytona may have a better shot of it getting made. But what a job for that team to get that win. Coming in second tonight is going to be Corey Heim. Third, Giovanni Ruggiero. Well done on getting that. Majeski fourth. Enfinger fifth. Justin Haley sixth. I mean, I thought we'd have way more out of the Spire trucks tonight. Very surprised that we didn't see them up front hardly at all. Chandler Smith seventh. Daniel Hemrick eighth. Who is that? Jason White in ninth. Well done him. Swalwich in 10th. Frankie Muniz comes home 11th. That's right. Malcolm in the middle is right in 11th. Timmy Hill 12th. Let's see. What is that? Jake Garcia. Yeah. Jason Garcia. Mason Maggio. Norm Benning gets a top 15. Yeah, Norm Benning. And then Andres Perez, Johnny Sauter, Lane Riggs, Spencer Boyd round out your top 20 along with Josh Renume. I don't know how to say his name. It's so weird to spell. I'm not sure what let's see. Lane Riggs doesn't seem too happy. Let's see where he goes. Seems like he's just probably frustrated. Looks like everybody's talking it out. So Parker Kligerman at the finish line going to take his helmet off. Still working on that chin strap. You'll get there. Don't worry, buddy. You'll get there. Maybe not. Maybe you'll just stay in your helmet forever, Parker. Camera, give him some damn space. Why are you right up on him? It's weird. Parker Kligerman gets a Daytona win. Good for him. So Regan Smith gonna go ahead and interview him here at the line. I have it on mute. I can't hear what he's saying. But an excited Parker Kligerman gets that win. That's fantastic, man. That's what a good race. I mean, outside of that last lap wrecking, which is never fun, but again, I don't know if there's ever going to be a race without it. The only series that can realistically race like that and finish clean is Xfinity because they physically can't shove that hard. They can bump draft, but they can't shove that hard. And so Xfinity is the only one that really has a shot to finish clean if they try hard enough. But the truckers did a good job all night outside of this last lap where, you're pushing for the win. It's going to happen. But really good job on these truckers night because they put on a great race without a ton of crashing until the end. So, man, good showing for the trucks to start out the year. And, man, good job, Parker. That's fun. Need to look and see. Is he running points this year? That'd be cool. All right, interviewing a couple other guys here. So that'll pretty much wrap up our race coverage here tonight, though, guys. What a fun truck race. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised with no rooting interest other than Parker Kligerman and maybe Timmy Hill. That was a fun race. I hope that the Truck Series puts on good racing all year like that, because that was good racing to watch. So that was pretty fun. Planting the flag in the infield. Parker, so that's pretty cool. He just took the checkered flag and planted it in the grass. But anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Let's hear. They're gonna show us the wreck here. Let's see what happens on this last lap. It has to be Sauter and Rhodes is where a lot of this contact starts. Big push from Majeski, gets him out of shape. Majeski's gets him well out of shape, but he lays off. Majeski does a pretty good job. Here it is. Lane Riggs gets into Rhodes, who gets up into Sauter. That starts the wrecking. Then they kind of figure it out, except for the 15, and the 34 got loose. Looks like 34 literally just got loose. I don't know. I don't see any major contact there. It looks like he just got loose or maybe had a flat. And the caution comes out, and that's where you can see the 11 lift. Otherwise, it's a drag race to the line. And I don't know. I get the idea of you need a caution because of the multiple crashes, but man, they could have had a drag race to the line that would have been pretty dang cool. Let's see here. I want to see what happens to this 34. Comes down a little bit, but it wasn't much. That 34 really just got loose. I mean, he had to come down to try and dodge the first wreck, but not much he could do there. And then the 11 gets to the inside right here. And I don't know, maybe the caution was out, so that's why he didn't block. But regardless, the 11 gets to the inside, caution's out, race is over at that point. And from there on out, it's an official race. Oh, Timmy was involved in... Actually, Timmy Hill, look at him wheel. He was in that wreck, spinning around sideways, bouncing off of people, and he still got it moving and finished in the top 15. Let's go, Timmy. Brought it home in 12th. I want a Timmy Hill on board for that. Yeah, it looks like he just got loose. I don't see any major contact to the 34 that would have caused that. But overall, guys, fun race. We will see you here tomorrow for the Xfinity race. Starts at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central Time. So we'll try to get the stream going somewhere around the green flag, but it'll be right here on this channel again. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed. Remember to come back Sunday. Sunday's the big one for the Daytona 500. And like I said, before and after, we'll be talking about all sorts of diecasts on the table. These are just fun ones for truck racing at Daytona and some dual racing and, just kind of randoms. But Sunday, we'll have some fun stuff. So stay tuned. Come on back on Sunday. And other than that, guys, this has been Race Craze, and we will see you tomorrow.